What's up, everyone? This is DyanaRozay. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys had an opportunity to watch. Come into the room, please. I know that we have a couple of people. Let me see if my moderators are on. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Miss Linda. Y'all know how to do it. Drop your city into the comment section, please. Okay. Let's see. I had to add a moderator. I see a couple of people. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Tanisha. I see I represent Queens. Linda Gamble. I'm trying to make Linda a moderator. Did I make you a moderator? Okay, I think you are a moderator, Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Tanga. How are you? Hey, Florence. Fayetteville. Hello from Flint, Florida. Birmingham. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hey, everybody. I think I'm too close to the screen. Let me see. Got to back up a little bit before I scare everybody. Do I look blurry? Hey, MN. Hey, Pittsburgh. Okay. All right. Let me see. Hold on one second, okay, guys? See, you look great. Thank you, Monique. I see Grosse Pointe, Michigan, Lotus Flower. Listen, you guys, how did you feel about the episode? Hey, Chicago. Hey, South Trinity. Everybody's in. Let's go. Thank you so much, everybody. Baltimore. I love seeing where you guys are from. It really makes my day. Vegas is in the house. Thank y'all so much. Okay, we are about to get started, y'all, because this was a long one. I hope y'all all had an opportunity to watch both the show and Melody's interview or the recap. It was more of an interview. They didn't even really go through like the show. It was all stuff that we didn't get an opportunity to hear, like a lot of behind the scenes. Tea Talk with your girl. How are you doing? She said, hold on one second. Let me put your little message up here. She said, I knew Stormy and her mama was going to use mail for a storyline. Honey, she didn't just use it for a storyline, it sounds like. Did y'all hear that it was Melody who introduced Stormy to Carlos King and put her on the show? She also said she did the same for Destiny. Y'all, we got things to talk about. It was wild. Stormy and her mom are just too much. The interview was great. So much was revealed. This is from Pamela. For sure. I got Jackie from ATL. Hey, how's it going? Okay, yeah, it was amazing to me. I sat there with my mouth open, like, oh my God, to imagine. I mean, pretty much everything that everyone has been saying. I see Houston, Texas is in the house. Pretty much everything that everyone has been saying about, well, we all know that Melody carried the show, because I was looking up stuff like, what happens when someone reveals all of this stuff about themselves on a show and then everybody else kind of just sit back and ride their coattails? They actually do exactly what we've seen them all do. They make her the storyline. They get all engrossed in her stuff. Everybody is upset with her because she tells her business. Love Jazz is in the house. Let's see what she had to say. She said, I love how Melody speaks over life over her fans. She's always saying that we're critical thinkers. For sure. And you know what else? Just everything she said, including Carlos saying that he didn't know. Melody said, I have contemplated leaving this show because of her relationship with Martell. And if you heard him at the end say, you're not going anywhere, you and I need to talk so that we can see what we can do to keep you here. That sounds huge. That sounds huge. Anyways, y'all, we're going to go through this scene by scene. Okay. Thank you to all of my members. I know you guys have been waiting on me for a while to drop some lives, and we are going to start going live regularly once again. Oh, it hasn't come on yet in California, Leslie? Oh no. Well, I hope you're okay with spoilers. We're gonna talk about everything from scene 1 until the last scene, and then of course I'm gonna bring you guys up to talk about it, as well as talk about, you know, what Melody had to say on Carlos King's show on his YouTube channel. So I'm just going to go through a list and then y'all can come on and we can talk, okay? So scene 1, Melody at Kimmy's house, okay? How did you guys feel about that? Thank you, Miss Jackie, for the super sticker. How did you guys feel about Miss Melody at Kimmy's house? She said, from what it sounds like, none of them actually had saw each other. Maybe the Scotts would have seen each other because, you know, they're family. But in regards to like Melody, Stormy, Tiffany, they all look like they hadn't seen each other since the reunion, you know, since the reunion. That's when they showed up to film. That was the next time they had saw each other, right? But Melody comes over, and I thought Kimmy and Melody's interaction was really genuine. You guys let me know what y'all think about it. I loved how Kimmy was like, I'm going to invite everybody, and I want to make sure you're comfortable with inviting everybody. And then she had the whole thing where she pretended to call. She was like, oh, let's do this fake phone call to see how you can handle it. That was hilarious to me. Let's see. What do you guys are talking about Stormy. Where you're jumping ahead of me. You're jumping ahead of me. You said Maurice had an attitude. Okay. So Philosophy, I want you to come on and tell me what you thought his attitude was about. That's good to know. I thought that Maurice was trying to play, you know, protective over Kimmy. You know, she had gone through a lot, and he was like, I think you're doing too much. I want you to slow down, because at one point she did get sick from the chemo. And this was the first time she looked kind of different. If you guys know what I'm talking about, she looked tired. She looked tired, and she looked like her body had gone through some things. I could tell that from her face. But I love that her and Melody picked up, like, you know, like old friends. Even if they're not really, really friends, I just enjoyed that they were able to come together and get the job done, and that they knew what was going on. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much, Tanisha. I appreciate it. Your super sticker. I'll say that was scene 1. Scene 2 was Martell and his mama. Okay. Ooh, that actually, oh my God. Every time I'm like sitting back hoping for something different. It never happens. It never happens. Someone said that Maurice was being a pretender. Okay, Lisa, I want you to come up and talk to me about Maurice being a pretender. I'm going to be dropping this link in just a second, okay? But Martell and his mom come on the scene. And Martell, did you see how he was like acting like Melody's the problem? Y'all remember that, like right around Christmas, Melody was had taken some toys to the kids' school. I think there was a toy drive, and she did a live, I think, where she started cracking up talking, and she was like, he asked me to pray. Y'all remember that? She kept saying somebody asked her to pray, but she wouldn't say who it was, and she was cracking up. And whoever the lady was, it was her partner for the furniture stuff, for her home goods line. Her partner was laughing like, Melody, she was like, did I make you uncomfortable? Because Melody must have laughed. But she saw Martell at that event, and Martell said he wanted her to pray about what? Martell said he wanted her to pray about their co-parenting relationship. Melody said he asked her to pray about him and her getting back together. Did y'all see that? And what did Melody say? Melody said, I ain't even going to waste God's time with that prayer, okay? He got other things to do. That was funny to me. That was hilarious. Okay. What else did he say? Miss Marlene, Martell's mama, said she's tired of Melody talking bad about him in front of the kids. And then she also had a problem with Martell going to therapy. Martell's like, you know, letting her know he got some problems to work through, which was, you know, probably all for the show. However, his mama was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you going? She did not like that at all. I know that the old school mamas don't like therapy. But yeah, let's see. Doran said, Marlene don't want Martell to go to therapy because I believe she doesn't want her past to come out when he was a child. And you got a point. You have a point. You know, them old school mamas want things to stay in the past. They don't want you bringing things up, because you bring things up, you're going to have to confront some people on some stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, she had that conversation with him. And what else? Yeah, y'all, that was a good scene. What is the third scene? It was Stormy and Courtney. So Stormy's storyline, it sounds like, is about her and Courtney. Well, it sounds like she might have two. Her and Courtney, her specifically wanting to have another child. And Courtney said absolutely not. And he, refused to elaborate. He told her to drop the subject. We're not talking about it anymore. And you're not going to get me to talk about it. And then, come to find out, Stormy, which she's already shared, she almost passed away in childbirth. And Stormy's mom was the one who said, did it occur to you that he watched you go through that and he doesn't want to watch you do it again? He said no to a surrogate. I don't want another person carrying our child. And we got the one that's good with me. That's how he put it. Okay. Let's see what else y'all got going on in these comments. Somebody said that Courtney doesn't want any more children. That's what you got from it. It did seem like he was being matter of fact, like this one's all I need, right? I got the impression too. Okay, fourth scene. Melody is at home with the kids and she got to make them phone calls to people she don't want to make phone calls to, right? Tisha, Stormy, and Martell. Now, when she had to get herself, like you could see her kind of in her head, I got to gear myself up to make this phone call to Tisha, which I would assume, let me see what she said. Stormy's storyline is fabricated. She knows damn well she doesn't want any more children. Ooh, child, okay. I'm going to let y'all talk about it in a few minutes. But Melody, you could see that she was talking herself into making these phone calls because she didn't want to. First phone call to Tisha. And how did that go? She first of all, she let the phone ring, and I think they would know that somebody's calling, especially if you're calling from a number that you don't recognize. You typically don't answer those numbers, but she answered that phone, and Tisha was just as upset to hear Melody's voice. She was like, "Okay, well, I'll do whatever I can for my sister-in-law." Stormy with the after she said male a half a dozen times. Who? I was like, girl, you heard her say male. Get yourself together. But Mel, still being the bigger person, she just kept saying male. I'm inviting you to this party. And then Martell was the final person. And he had to ruin everything by asking Melody if she thought about the prayer. Did you pray on it? Well, let's say she did pray on it. You think he put a root on her or something? Was there something that she was supposed to say in the prayer that would have changed things magically overnight? That was wild. Let's see. Next scene was Stormy and her mama. Okay. Stormy's talking to Betty about Courtney saying absolutely not to another child. And then they have a conversation about Melody where Stormy, this is a wild one, right? Stormy admitted in the last scene that she hadn't seen anybody. I haven't seen spoken to anyone on the cast since the reunion. But the only person she took it personally with is Melody. She said, I didn't see or hear from you. I need to talk to you for a minute. But everybody else that she had been dancing and doing all them little crazy dances and stuff with, she didn't have anything. She didn't feel any way about it. But she came on the screen and said, in her confessional, she said something like, she doesn't like fake-ish. I don't like fake shit. So no, I don't care about seeing these people. I don't know how everybody's acting like everything's good and people are talking to each other. Because it's a job, boo. You come to the job. You're the one who wanted to be on TV. I'm unclear about what she meant by that. But then her mother also says that Melody had a bad energy when she met her. Now, Melody on Carlos King's YouTube said, number one, she's only met Betty maybe three, 4 times ever, and it was short, and that she doesn't know her. And so because she doesn't know her, she's choosing to not say anything because she don't know her for real. The fact that she has so much to say about her goes back to the whole thing she had said before. People are sitting in circles talking about me, taking on somebody else's mess that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And you guys are carrying that and basically saying that I need to get over, I need to forgive, I need to do all these things when you have no idea the life or the nightmare that I'm actually living. So that was interesting. And then the last scene was the party, which was Kimmy making the announcement that when she went to get checked out, they said nothing's there. And the technician said she was so clean, they thought she already had the surgery. And they also said because everything went well, she only has to cut out the part where the cancer was actually located. So all good stuff. Now we're going to get a chit chatting. Okay, so let me get this invite so I can put it into the comments and hear what you guys got to say. Here we go. Let's see. This is moving faster than I thought. Okay, so I did put the pin up. If you guys are interested in coming up, that would be great. I'd love to talk to you about what we saw tonight on the show and on Carlos King's page. Hopefully you guys would like to talk, and hopefully you guys will be on camera too. I like to see your face. So if you're interested, come on up and let's chit chat about it. Let's see. Angela said, I was hoping that Kimmy and Mel got to build a more substantial friendship, and it looks like they have. And yeah, Melody, again, on with Carlos King, she was like, me and Kimmy, they actually joked about it. They were like, when Melody had asked pitched everybody for the show, she was like, I think you're really going to like Kimmy. She and I aren't, we don't know each other very well, but I think you're going to like them. I think that there's something there that we can work out. And I thought that was cool. After talking with officers issued a warrant for Diana's car and returned to the station. Okay. I'm getting a little feedback from you, Miss April. Do you have your TV on?
Okay, do I sound better now?
You sound better.
Oh my gosh, how you doing, DyanaRozay?
I'm good. How are you, Miss April?
I'm doing good.
Good. What you got to talk about?
I just finished looking at Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Stormy just irks my nerve to the fullest extent of irktivity. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I can't. She can't. What I think what really irked my nerve when she was telling her husband that she wanted to have another baby, and he kept saying he don't want any more kids. Okay, he don't want any more kids, and he giving up all these excuses, and she's still not hearing him.
She wanted what she wanted, right?
Yeah. I think she's pushing it just to have a storyline, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was interesting. I agree with you. It was somebody said irktivity. Yes. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. I thought the same thing. I was like, did they talk about this beforehand or
no? No. She just sprung that on him. You saw how he looked like, what? Where did that come from?
He looked surprised, like, you and I ain't never had no conversation about this before, right?
Exactly.
And she just came out with, well, how about this? Like, she had already planned it from A to Z. Well, we can do this. And I was like, have y'all never had this conversation before? But maybe not.
Right. But that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for having me up. I'm going to go back down into the chat.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Miss Talk with your girl.
Hey, DyanaRozay. How are you this evening?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Oh, I'm much better after watching that interview with Melody and Carlos.
Did the interview put things in perspective for you?
Yes, because initially, oh my, I was heated. Okay, first of all, the young lady says she thinks that storyline that Stormy and her husband has cooked up is fake. Mm-hmm. The acting couldn't have been more noticeable. Okay. If you watch Stormy, that's an act. So she might fool other people, but I've been watching reality TV for a long time. You can kind of tell when the people are real and when they're not. That didn't seem real to me.
I mean, at the end of the day, we know that Stormy, these are two things that we found out on Carlos King's page. Stormy had already came to him to possibly be on Collective, right? So something we all know this is something that she's already been trying to do. And then we also found out the same way Melody had paid for a meeting for Carlos King, so did Destiny and LeBerry.
So did Destiny, exactly, in LeBerry.
And y'all remember Destiny kept saying that someone looked at her and said, "Oh, you're a star." And Melody never said anything. It was Martell. And Carlos
It was
said,
Melody.
Melody, because we said, no, we didn't think that you were good. And she was the one who said, "I think you're wrong. Come give her another look." Now, the fact that she said that alone speaks volumes. And I think what happens, if I may speak for Melody at this point, because I do this too, when you have given something of yourself, when you know you wanted someone to win and you can see that they're moving funny, sometimes you just shut down. Like,
you get out the way.
I have to I don't know what's happening here. And I'm trying my best not to think the worst, but I'm going to need to step back and just observe so I can see if what every instinct in my body is saying is true. Because you can tell me anything. If I came to you and said, "Girl, what's up?" You're going to tell me anything. But for everything that Destiny has ever said, like, how dare she tell people that she gave me money? How dare she this? How dare she that? Child, what she didn't do is say that if it wasn't for her, your ass wouldn't be on the show.
Okay? Exactly.
And that's a big deal.
She never did as Stormy claimed she was doing when she sat on the couch with her mother tonight talking about matching energy. Mel has never matched any of their energy. She has always been classy, poised, and like Carlos said, she has always kept that show in mind first. Absolutely. Right? Because she could have walked. She could have walked. And that show would have flopped. And Carlos knows that. He even said that Melody is Love and Marriage Huntsville, right?
He said it.
Because she is.
He said she's Love and Marriage, and that no matter what, she, like her calling prior to the show, the season starting, and saying, "What do you need from me?" That's amazing. That is amazing. And then she also said that nobody has to do anything, that the producers have never forced them to be anywhere or do it, that they show up because they want the show to be great. Now, the fact that Melody, knowing where she was with Destiny, still showed up to be a part of a scene, and maybe at the end of the day, if things didn't go so bad, it could have actually brought more bodies into Destiny's shop if she saw an opportunity to patch things up, right?
But they so gung-ho on going after the person who helped them, which is crazy to me. Like finding out that she basically pitched all of y'all. Even he made sure even all the way down to the Scotts, right?
All the way down to the Scotts.
Right. So why would they want to just come after this lady like that? Just bothers my spirit. Like, why? It's just beyond me.
I remember when Marceau was on, he interviewed on the podcast, and he said something like, "Well, if it wasn't for the Scotts, there would be no show." I remember him saying that to Carlos King. He was like, "Well, it was told to me that if it wasn't for the Scotts, there'd be no show." And Carlos said, "No, that's not true." Like, we asked her if she could give us the original group because we saw y'all had chemistry, but we didn't tell her that we would not do the show. And I was like, so this whole time y'all been riding on this comment that never was actually said to you, Carlos King or to them. So it's crazy. It's crazy what people think. And that is why she's always being attacked. It's wild. But yes.
And I like the fact that in her interview that she acknowledged that she does understand why people feel like she can't keep friends, because these people keep running the same storylines. They just regurgitating. Okay, Tisha went through that. Oh, you didn't call me. You didn't call me after the reunion. Then Destiny. Now Stormy. Like, y'all can't find something new to talk about? You don't have anything. What she tells Destiny, you ain't got enough? Is that what the problem? I mean, I don't understand. She don't have enough to talk about that she couldn't have talked about something else?
I'm looking forward to seeing the conversation that Melody and Tisha has.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm looking forward to that because y'all remember whatever was going on this season, at least 3 or 4 times, every time Tisha and Melody were in the same room filming, Tisha made sure she got a picture of her, Mel.
Mm-hmm. She wanted us to know. She said she was done with us, but look where she at. And whole time Mel is like, girl, look, I got bigger fish to fry. And the show is bigger to her than just, dealing with the small, woes of Tisha in them. That's small stuff. Hey, listen, we're gonna film together. When filming is over, I'm gonna go in my corner, and then we come back to work. It's time to go to work. That's what I was screaming at Stormy tonight. She's your coworker. What are you talking about?
Right. I
She's your
agree.
coworker. She's
agree.
not your friend.
It's crazy, right? I agree with you. I don't know. I thought that she was very revealing, and she was it was very genuine and sincere. And out of everybody on the cast, that's the first time I ever seen. Melody always is giving us a honest interview, but this time she just seems so, I'm getting this out. Again, the same way she was with Gossip. It just felt like, I'm done. I am done trying to protect others. I am going to say what I have to say. These people are coming after me. I don't know this woman. I don't know why anybody's mama would fix their mouth to say that type of garbage to me, over me, online, whatever. And you can make up any type of story you want to about your mama. If you are a multimillionaire, she's not getting online and saying any old thing ever about your friendships. Ever. Doesn't make any sense. None.
That's right.
None. I have Anonymous up here.
Hey, Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You know I want to hear your take. Let me go on mute so I can listen. Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Hello, darling. First, I want to say hi, lovely DyanaRozay, the boss.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Well, my take, Melody Cherie, my lovely sorority sister, is treating them like coworkers, like she said. She understands that this is a stepping stone for her in the business. You have to learn she learned it in corporate America or in being an entrepreneur, as well in Hollywood, that you have to work with your enemies sometimes. And it's about being professional because you have a job to do. So she has a brand, she has her millimeters that she is kind of increasing, and she's trying to build generational wealth for her children.
True.
So she can't worry about hotels friends and appeasing them. She let him go.
Right.
She realized he was her enemy. He was the ringleader. So people that are attached to him, she's ending supply and setting boundaries. But she also understands that, she showed with that Jay Bolin collection. I do agree with her in her interview. She said yesterday on Bossip, that is her best designs, I believe, because it was solids. It's very conservative and it's timeless. It's something that will last generationally. Where I think, and she said that both of them collaborated. So I think she has it. And I told on the Silvers Live yesterday that Sugar Mama was a blessing because it gave her the weight. It gave her the woman figure, the breasts, the Coca-Cola bottle. You're able to wear, the outfits, but look like a woman, not so much that you're thin, but a woman. And she's doing it. So I'm just so proud of her that she's understanding that the issue was hotel. She's ending supply to him. She's setting her boundaries. And she's learning that she's going to be moving forward in a direction in Hollywood that's going to be probably worse than what it is on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But she's getting the practice. She's getting the practice.
Everybody who's talked about her that's, in positions that are higher up, they all say the same thing. This platform is small. She's going to places that Huntsville will never, ever know. You know what I'm saying? Like they could never imagine. Even Carlos saying that at the end, like, Mel, I know that this is a stepping stone and that you're going to be gone from here. You just got to tell me when so that I can prepare myself. But it's amazing. I just find it amazing how genuine she was. And even saying to us, y'all have no clue where I am and what's going on with Martell, and the fact that even now he can't separate what's happening on the television show from what's happening in our real life.
Well,
Like,
this is, and I just want to mention that, Diana, I know I talked about it on a Patreon Live with De Silva yesterday. I believe Martell or Hotel has the 10 traits of a narcissistic sociopath, like Tim Norman. They live in a
from Norman from Sweetie Pie.
Sweetie Pies, yes. They live in a deluded reality. You know, he told, there was a scene that I don't think people really realized was probably more telling than anything. It was when Hotel talked to Marcus at the Halloween scene. Marcus was saying, you know, why are you doing this to destroy your family? And Martell really actually did a Freudian slip. He told the truth. You know what our issue is? It's because Melody wants to be the star.
Oh, wow. I got to go back and look at that scene.
Yeah, look at that clip. Because he was dead serious. His issue was,
look at it tonight.
Yeah, look at it. Because he's mad that, and I think it's because if we remember the timeline, Melody was not going to do the show. When they first met them, both her and Martell went, when he was doing, I think Carlos was doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it got shelved. It was Martell that went and I guess got the deal with Carlos. But I think Carlos maybe promised him that he would be the star.
Oh, wow.
But you know what happens? Cream rises to the top. Who was it? It was Melody.
Wow.
And instead of just understanding that if you would be with her, you would have the $30 million, 47-acre deal. If you would be with her, you would still be a star because you would be perceived as one being married versus separate. But you let snakes from Michigan tell you that you needed to be over your wife and not a partner with her.
Right.
That's why you lost your kingdom, your queen, and your stardom, Martell.
Right.
You let the serpent mislead you into thinking that this is about stardom.
Right.
When together you would make it. I'm just going to, so it's sad that he fell for the oldest trick in the book, the divide and conquer. And he became Judas and Brutus Cassius and Benedict Arnold to the woman who helped him get from lower class poverty to upper class millionaire status.
Amen.
And unfortunately, God said go because he's going to treat him like Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's unfortunate.
It is. You're right about that. I say it all the time. I just watching the show. Every time I watch the show back, I love it. It's a great show. It's just the saddest thing in the world to watch someone lose everything just like that because they have no self-control.
But also, Diana, I think it's really deeper than that. I think he lost it 7 years ago. He had, I believe, in my opinion, allegedly, he had a narcissistic injury or collapse.
Oh,
when Melody passed that builder's license exam, because in his mind, and it's a chauvinist and misogynist mind, that men can only build. If you see those scenes, you'll see he get angry because a woman is building.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, and he has that thought process. Sure. Very sad.
He does for sure. I've seen those scenes where he's like, you've never built a house in your life. And he's constantly downplaying her. And he's done that throughout the show. Like when it was, he thought they were going to be together. He was singing her praises. The second everything started, going by the wayside and she kept moving. She never stopped. Even his mama with you was lazy girl and I'm not going to take it back, all that stuff. And it's like, but if she was, then where did this come from?
Well, that's why you're going back to work, Marlene, working allegedly the 2 shifts. See, you didn't realize Melody was working to allow you to not work like you had. See, business owners help you get residual income so you don't have to do the manual work. Work can be other things. And that's the part you have to think outside the box to understand that it's getting wealth is not about working 20 hours a day. It's actually putting the money to make money for you.
Right. Soulstar said he doesn't even know the magnitude of what he lost and just wait until the show ends. And she got a point there because
it's about to
right
end because
now,
they're not there. Yeah.
He's connected to Mel through the show. He sees Mel because of the show. He gets to engage Mel because of the show in a way that he wouldn't at all. You know what I'm saying? Because outside of that, she's like, I don't care what you do.
Well, she can't because he's dangerous. I mean, for what we heard allegedly from the reports and what he's done. I mean, think about it. She had to do an order of protection 2 seasons ago because he was dangerous. I'm sorry. He's a person that's lost control. So when they're the most dangerous when they feel they've lost everything. So that's why I know Melody probably hears this, but she has to play a delicate balance. When a man has nothing, maybe you have to give him a lifeline so that you and your babies can be safe. And you just have to think about it.
You're right. Okay, I got Ty up here and I got
It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna go out. Love you, Dyana.
I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome to stay up here too. It's okay.
No, but I'll just go for other people because I know that you're very popular, I see.
No worries. Okay. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Okay. Miss Ty.
Hi.
Hey, how are you, honey?
I'm fine. You know me, I'm like the dude. I want to hit it and quit it real quick. So let me just say a few things.
Okay.
Number one, you look gorgeous, as always.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Number two, thank you for accepting my invite over there on Facebook. I thought I was going to have to kick the doors down to come on in. Okay.
I'm happy that we finally got that together. I was like, where are you? I don't know.
Let me tell you which one I am.
Okay.
I'm the one with the Trump hat.
With a Trump hat?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to pay attention. I did not know who you were once you got over there, though. I was like, I'm looking for your name. I couldn't find it.
Okay. So that's another thing. On YouTube, it's my pseudo name.
Oh.
Because, YouTube is a different type of beast.
Yeah, that's true.
And I only have like 15 people on my Facebook page because it's people that's in my phone book. I don't play with the social media like that.
Okay. No problem. Right.
Now, let me get to. Okay. Number one, let's talk about, oh my God, this Stormy and her mother. When she said, when Betty said, the first time I met Mel, she gave me a certain type of energy. I don't remember anything other than them meeting at Madani. She went straight over there and spoke to her mom, to Stormy's mom. She didn't say nothing. She didn't have an attitude. Stormy mom spoke back, pleasant greetings. They talked, and now all of a sudden, it's bad energy.
And you know what? She may have met her before that because remember, and not that Melody gave her anything, but remember Melody did the music video at Stormy's house. So according to the story, both Melody and Stormy have shared, Melody came to Stormy's house, brought her this big bouquet of flowers, all of this stuff, trying to, welcome her, do all these things.
Right, I remember that.
And then all of a sudden, for that woman, which we already know is a BS and a lie, because every one of those tweets and Facebook posts that they done pulled up from that lady from 2012, whenever the show first came on, she has been talking slimy since that day, right?
That's right. So, I seen someone in the chat say something about everybody, or maybe someone said it, I'm sorry. So everybody comes for Melanie. Well, that's the same thing they did with Nene. That's the same thing they do with every reality star. That's like the it person. They all go after that person.
I agree. And I say all the time, I'm really happy. Melody has been on the show for what now? 5 years, 6 years. The thing is, she does not allow she's not in the gotten into the bad place that NeNe was in. But when NeNe left the show, you remember Greg was sick.
Yeah.
So she was going through that, and she never told anybody. She was like, everything's great with Greg right now. She never said anything different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of that stuff was all around her, and not one of them people was able to say NeNe has something else going on. But they all miss her right now. There's not one person who hasn't said, "Oh, I wish she could find a way to come back to the show. I wish they could find a way to work it out with her." It's hard to carry a show. It's hard to carry a show. Huh?
It's too late. It's too late for NeNe over there now.
No,
so
she's going back there.
Okay. Now, didn't like Tisha attitude. I don't know who she thinks she is. She thinks she big-ish, but she not.
When she was on the phone?
No, when she was sitting on that couch, when Mel called, and she was like, "I haven't heard from her in months." I was like, "Girl, shut up." So
that's true.
If Stormy mom don't watch it, she's gonna be part of what is that thing? A petition. If she keeps going the whole season with the negative attitude toward Melanie, she will find herself with a petition, just like Wanda. Wanda started off great. We all loved her. She was getting on Marcel's behind. When she switched the game up, that was a wrap for her.
Yeah, that still makes no sense to me. I'm still confused by Wanda and her craziness, and I'm still confused by Stormy's mama's craziness.
Well, Wanda was connected to Tisha and Marcel, so that's how that went. They don't like Mel, so of course she's not gonna like Mel. Now with this fabricated story, that's why I said that earlier with Stormy and her mom just pulling out the air any kind of story. Then she come up with she want to have another baby. Ma'am, I remember you sitting on a couch. This was in 2000. I can't remember the year, but she was sitting on a couch talking to somebody, Stormy, and she was saying the traumatic thing that she went through with having a baby. She almost lost her life and this and that. Why would you want to put yourself and your family through that again? Then you say surrogacy. Word on the street, you can't even execute your products on time. How you gonna have time to do surrogacy? Go to the appointments, deal with that. So I'm not feeling Stormy. I'm not here for Martell asking Mel to pray. He know her prayers go straight to the Lord. This. She ain't trying to holler at you with the prayer.
True.
I like the fact that Melody answered and exposed everything in that Carlos King interview. Exposed everything.
He certainly did.
Slickly. As far as when I come out with my relationship, it's gonna be real. We all know what that was about.
For sure.
They said the raindrops and the millimeters going to catch it.
Okay. We all know what that was about. Carlos King, he be doing some stuff. He's so extra. Hey, oh my God, this is my baby. Oh, da-da-da. He said that to every damn body he interviewed. He'd be real extra.
He was extra. I agree.
I really believe that he really favor Mel over everybody else on that cast.
He really who?
Favors Mel over everybody on that cast.
You think Carlos favors Mel?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, people have different interests, different takes on it. Now, I noticed when he was saying things like, "You and I are real cool. You and I talk all the time." She was just going like this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you took, because I seen him trying to,
And no, but I'm saying when she was doing it, it was giving me the impression that she didn't 100% agree.
Oh.
I thought she was saying it like, I'm just gonna let you talk. But she's already said more than once, because I've asked her this question too. How do you guys talk a lot? And she's like, we don't talk a lot. We really just talk when it's business. And that's it. And she specifically said, I don't like to give people the impression that I am, doing things with the cast. And that's the other thing that I thought was interesting. She said before, people always believe that I'm manipulating things. I'm manipulating relationships. And we all saw Tisha flip out about her cousin Kiki and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then when she just, talked to Carlos, she's like, they think I'm bringing people on to be against them, but that's not the case. And he actually agreed with that. He was like, I know we've had this conversation before. She was like, my only reason for helping Kiki is because she told me she wanted to do it. And that's who I am as a person. I will help you if I know. I don't know. They got a weird group of people. It's just a weird group of people, and it's unfortunate.
Okay, so my last two things, and I'm out. Number one, everybody by now should know. Everybody, every cast member, every future cast member, every past cast member. When Melanie comes from the reunion, she goes on a break. Calm down, everybody. Okay, that's number one. And number two, I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the next live before I say anything else. I'm gonna wait.
I just heard that Melody is live. Let me see if Melody is live. If she's live,
she was supposed to be going live with Hey Girl Hey.
Oh, she's going live with Hey Girl Hey?
Yeah, but I have to come over here first before I can go to Hey Girl Hey. I can't, I gotta come where my money at. I subscribe over here, so I can't go over there.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate you coming up. I was actually going to put it on if I can locate it, if she's going live with Hey Girl Hey. Is she going live on
YouTube?
On YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go over there and see
if I over there.
Pull up the video.
She's not on.
She's not on.
She's not on?
No.
Damn.
Okay. Hi, Miss Patricia.
Hi, blessings.
Blessings to you. How's it going?
Thank you. I'm blessed. I was just want to say this, Dyana. I watched Marlene. I watched Miss Betty. I watched Miss Vanessa. And I come to a conclusion here is that these older women, they do not know their place. Because if you notice, none of them have husbands. And they always in the middle of their daughter's life. But they never talk about, excuse me?
Hold on one second, Miss Patricia, okay? I am gonna share her live. Hold on one second.
Yes, ma'am.
So drop in here. Let me know if y'all went and watched that. Love you so much. I love y'all too. Let me know if y'all went and watched. Episode was mid, would have expected more. Well, I feel like every time a new season comes out, I feel like it always has to start out a little slow and it builds up. So you got to keep that in mind. Like I think every show does that. And I just love it. It starts out and it builds up. I think it's the way it goes in TV. The same way it goes in a book, the same way it goes in movies that we go to the theater to watch. Okay. So hang in there. And Royal Purple, yes, ma'am. Andy is. So next thing, did y'all go over and watch my interview with Carlos on his podcast? Did y'all go watch that? If you didn't, go check it out. It's on YouTube. I actually put the link in my story. So go check it out. Y'all.
Uh-oh. She must be going out for some reason. Anyways, yeah. So I just wanted to see what we were going to hear from that. But I'm pretty sure she's stopped. Her video has stopped. But okay, Miss Patricia, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Finish what you were saying.
No problem, because I had already watched it.
Okay.
Earlier, Mel and with Carlos, which he wasn't talking about anything, raindrops. But as I was saying, concerning the older women, their children, but they're not children, they're an adult mothers, husbands, they got all this going on, but the mothers have the tendency where they always in the middle and always have something to say, but none of them have husbands. Even one, everybody's into their children's life. And I feel that if they would spend more time and focus on themselves, they wouldn't have time to intervene with their kids' life, their children, their grown women's life with children.
You got that right.
I'm sorry.
I said you got that right. I agree with you. Like what's Candy's mama name?
Joyce.
Joy. They do have
Mama Joyce.
ridiculous. I think Stormy's mom is married though. I think she is. But
I never seen her husband with her the whole show. Have you seen her husband?
Not on the show, but I've seen pictures on Facebook.
Diana Mel just started a live.
She just started a live again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just trying to connect to her. Okay, let me see if I can put it back up. It actually started skipping, and that's what it's doing now. So she didn't start it. It's still the old one that she where the video went out. So she never got it back up. Are y'all able to see something different?
It's the same.
It's the same one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
When I go over to it, it's not saying anything, but I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying about her husband? It's not up there?
I have not really seen her husband but one time, and that was when they was doing her interview when she first started her products in the house next to her home house.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Mississippi, which I am from Mississippi. I know exactly where Stormy come from. Mm-hmm. I know everything, the back in the woods, I know all of that, but I moved to another state. But Stormy, her mother, needs to really just stay out of Stormy's business and let Stormy handle her own business, because she is creating a problem between male and male followers, which is the male meters, because we coming at her. Anytime she steps on the line, we on her. That's not just her, any of them. And they just need to let Mel go on with her life and stop trying to program Mel to what they want, what they want her, how they want her to act. And she's not about all of that. Right. She is more laid back.
Somebody said, just ordered today my 4th order. I'm trying to tell them, honey, this 7th Avenue is where it's at. So we've got skincare, body care, and baby care now. So called Sugar Mama, named after my little sugar mama. My 3-year-old.
She just advertising the product.
So make sure y'all head to 7thAvenueBeauty.net. Put in Heroes, okay? Heroes to get 25% off.
Okay.
You don't want to miss this sale. I received my products the other day. I love your skincare line. Thank you. Love the scrub, facial cleanser, and body oil. Listen, if you watched last season when I went to Destin, I had my body oil on my body, honey, and it was glistening.
Okay. Mel's on her job. Okay.
She's like, listen, y'all buying this body cream. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, Miss Marlene, when she came in hollering, I guess she must just come out off of happy hours or whatever, but she come in blistering, and what she told Martell is, what do you need that for? Ain't nothing wrong with you, boy, son.
Ooh, she did say that. Why? What's wrong with you? I was like, oh, geez, come on now. This boy's in a lot of pain. You know he's not healed from everything that's been going on.
And it's not so much about his relationship with his wife, his ex-wife, Mel. This started a long time ago with his mom and with his father. And he got a lot of onion to peel back because he has not really bloomed out. And what's going on with him and his mother, his father, his children, and Mel, he just want to put them in a box, and for her not to blossom, for him to do whatever he feel like he needs to do, when he want to do it, and how he want to do it. He want Mel to stay at home and have babies, and he want to run over there to Eric's house and do what he want to do with Eric, and come back to the house and nothing. This been going on. And she never wants you did Mel wrong.
Right.
Especially when he sit there and told her about that baby. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. She should have then told him, sit him down and talk with him. And now that she studied patting him on the back, it have not gotten any better. It only gotten worse.
And she would need to go to therapy to learn how to not do it, because she's done it for her entire life. So she doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not something that she can even stop herself from doing at this point.
She used to doing it. It's just like a glove, a hand going into a glove, because she's so used to doing this. And when one more question, one more thing I need to say is that when Mel was politely calling these people to invite them to Kimmy's gathering, when she called Tisha, and Tisha said hello, and she hesitated. She knew all of them know Mel's voice.
This is Mel, and she just stopped talking for a good 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, because she at home by herself. Trust me, she's at home by herself. Okay, Marceau wasn't there, because if Marceau was there, you would have known he was in the house. He was in the building. He was not there. And the same as Stormy, they was act like they so shocked. But see what they did? They texting each other. They communicating with each other. This is what's going on.
How all three of them, but Martell said who, and Melody said Martell, like, I'll hang up this phone. He's like, no, I just didn't expect you to call. Yeah, I'll be there, of course.
Yeah,
like under no circumstances do I want you to hang up this phone. Did you think about what I told you yesterday?
The prayer. Yeah. And Mel said that she's not going to bother God with this prayer. What's she praying to God about? Getting back with you.
I'm not going to waste God's time praying for myself. I went, no, you did not. That's another t-shirt. I'm not going to waste God's time praying for
that you. That is another t-shirt. They're going to make millions off of these t-shirts. They keep going on the way that they acting. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Miss Mark, for my age, and I'm older than all of these women. I never intervened with my daughter, their relationship with their husband. I never interfered with my son's girlfriends or wives.
Love you, Soraya.
Right.
They got this much time to be into their children's lives.
Listen, it's hilarious. But again, I'm watching the entire season. I already know what's going to go down with
me too.
With you,
me too. I can already narrate this whole thing before it even play out. I already know what's gonna happen.
I already know what's gonna go down. But
yes,
have a different feel.
Yeah,
they put some money into giving us a different feel. The opening for the show looked great. Melody in her purple dress. Did y'all see that dress?
I saw that beautiful dress.
Yes. She was killing it in that dress.
Beautiful dress. But Mel got to also understand this. Is that we don't see things exactly the way that she see things, because we on the outside and we looking in and we see things that Mel really don't see.
What do you
because
mean?
I gather a whole lot of stuff that I would have hung up the phone on Tisha and Stormy.
But she couldn't though, because
I understand that.
Her good friend made her, and I'm being funny when I say that, her good friend went through a little test run with her to make sure that she knew how to handle the phone call, because she said, you're going to get an attitude when you make these calls. So going ahead, let's practice, remember?
Right.
Now, but in real life, if we weren't filming, I've been like, please, I wish I would sit up here and take this disrespect.
But Mel always have used a burner phone. She never used her direct phone. She been using a burner phone for how long now? At least three seasons that I do know. She never used her phone ever since Martell and Destiny was acting crazy about tracking. So Mel been changing phones ever since.
She does keep a burner phone. When
She keeps a burner phone.
Martell said, "You forget I got your number." She went, "You ain't got my number."
That's it. He got the old number, but he do not have Mel's number. And he cannot contact with her like he claimed that she called him and he called her. It's nothing like that.
He looks
He
so
have to wait.
told him that he didn't have her number. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Okay, I have Bad Apple up here. I have Golden. How are you? And I have Tea Talk with the girl. She came back. How's it going?
Hey, Diana, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You don't come to play, you come to slay, don't you? You look amazing.
I
I
appreciate
have
you
to tell
guys.
you that.
That's
But
sweet.
listen, I
Yeah.
gotta drag Miss Marlene real quick.
Okay.
I gotta drag Miss Marlene and her chicken legs, her popsicle legs. I can't stand this woman. Listen, she is the entire reason for Martell's dysfunction. What a sorry, sad excuse for a mother. You have seen everything this man has done to this woman, and you got the nerve to ask, what did you do wrong? Like, why you need counseling? What's wrong with your son? Like, I can't believe it.
Yeah, she has a
I'm,
lot going on.
I cannot believe it. Instead of saying, oh son, that's great. That shows growth. That shows maturity. I'm glad you're doing something to try to work with. You're gonna sit there and ask him why are you seeing a counselor? Are you kidding me?
And
I'm
because she's so against counseling, it explains why he's against counseling. Because he didn't want to go either. He was saying the same crap, and we don't even know if he's sincere about what he's saying now. But previously, when the kids had to go to counseling, didn't he say, "My kids don't need counseling; they just need to be with me. I can tell
right.
you what to do." If y'all remember him saying that, with everything that had gone on, you should want them to be healthy, happy, adjusted, and he was very much against it.
Yes, I mean that, and I understand that, on the surface, that is something that's common among Black men. There's a stigma among Black men about, getting therapy, and they're getting more open to it now. There's a lot of more conversation about mental health in general among the Black community. But for you to have witnessed the trauma and the effery that this man did to his family
Now,
out of the blue for no reason,
mhm,
and then you ask, why are you seeing a counselor? I'm outdone with I'm
it's
outdone
pretty
with
weird.
Marlene.
Veronica said that at least Marlene admitted the kids definitely need therapy. Now that's interesting. She did say that the kids should go, but she was against Martell going. And I feel like I forgot her name, but she might have had some truth to that. When she said she doesn't want the counselor to unearth anything about her, about Martell's upbringing and things that would have went down. She doesn't want that to happen. So that might be true.
Yeah, that's all that was just on my heart and my spirit. I had to come say that because I'm so bothered. I'm just bothered by like that scene with Marlene bothered me most of all. Of anything that happened tonight on the show that got under my skin to the point where she just made my I'm sorry. Thank you, Diana.
You're totally okay. I'm happy you came up to share your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Y'all
Miss
enjoy the
Diana,
rest of the
they
show.
in therapy. Mel had the kids in therapy a long time.
She has. She's had them in therapy since it went down. I have
Yeah.
Golden up here. I think this is the first time I had you up, Miss Golden.
No, this
No?
this is not the first time, but I changed my
Okay.
avatar.
Okay. You changed your avatar. I
I
knew you
changed your
something looked
avatar.
different. Okay. How are you today?
Needed a different hairstyle for you.
Cute.
I'm doing good. You have no idea how I was rushing my husband home. We went to the movies and I was like, I gotta go.
Oh no. Well, what's going on? What
I
did
went
you like?
to
What do you like?
okay. I don't like Betty.
Don't like
Can't stand Miss Betty. I almost literally was like, can we please get Wanda back? And that is sad. That's sad to even think, but
For
she
sure.
made
So what happened? What happened? What is your problem with Betty specifically?
my problem with Betty specifically is I feel like she is clout chasing. I feel like she wants Stormy to be a star on the show so she can be the new Wanda. I just am not buying this energy she giving about how she never liked Mel from the beginning. Girl, where that come from? I
Well,
don't
she
understand
didn't
it.
like her as a character on the show from the beginning.
Oh,
That's true because people found all of her old like post tweets and all this stuff. So it was dating back from the time the show started, and it was always really, really negative against Melody. And that's funny because Stormy just put out some like a blast email to her customers where she said, it's crazy how people have an idea about you from watching the show, and I find it repulsive. And I was like, didn't your mama do the same exact thing? Because she doesn't know Melody. So it was just crazy that she did that, child.
I just don't understand the males fake, males this, males that. Mel has shared herself with us from the very beginning. I don't think I would ever be able to share the trauma that girl has been through for the world.
You're right
She's
about
been the
that.
same. Did we not like see her like having what was it, mimosas with Mel? She's been doing the same thing from the get go,
But they've
from
all
the
made her
jump.
off from the jump, and they've all made her stronger now than ever before.
Agreed.
There's no way that people who've known her can't
Mhm.
tell that she's a different Melody, because she looks and sounds different to me, and I just watch her from TV. But
Well,
she
that's
seemed
because
like a
she lost
completely
about
different person.
210 pounds when she let that food go. That's why.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to say one thing to piggyback on, I'm sorry, who was before me? I think it was T Talk.
Yeah.
But um when Marlene was I get you love your kids, you do this, but we don't cover wrong. Wrong is wrong, and you should know your child. And this comes back to like the Destin trip when Mel was saying, hey, she was sharing what Martell shared with her. I couldn't like say somebody was bullying me. She left us at home all the time, me and my brother. Brother, is the brother in jail? Like, where's the brother?
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably. Probably.
But she went from you just like your daddy, and this is your fault, and all of this to ain't nothing wrong with you. And Martell lied years, 2 years at least, about already being in therapy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, so now he's in therapy. I just cannot. But please, if we could get Betty off, I'm over her already.
Betty's gonna have a hard time, and y'all know she kept saying, I'm not on that show. I don't want to be on that show. Turns out
Yes,
she is on the show, and
yes.
she definitely wants to be on the show.
And she needs to realize that the reason why her daughter is on the show is because of Melody Cherie.
For her to say she don't like her energy, and then for us to find out that it was Melody who pushed her on to being on the show, says
Exactly.
everything. It actually makes things worse for her. Okay.
Yes. And all I'm gonna
Yes.
say left is the devil in sheep's clothing, Tisha, to come to this party that's for Kimmy, who she says she loves. That's her sister. Girl, why is you showing up in all that red?
Ain't
That
that
is
something?
tacky. Tacky Tisha.
Yep.
Tacky Tisha. I didn't appreciate it. But
I
I
agree.
appreciate y'all, and I love the locks, Dyana. That looks so good.
Thank you. Trying something new, child.
She always so beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Talk. I think everybody's winding down now.
Yep. Everybody winding down, but I enjoyed being on the panel.
I appreciate
I
you.
was excited to see that you were going to be going live again because it's always so calm, and I love it here.
Well, listen, I'm
So,
going to start going live a little bit more. I had to like figure some things out with this computer and things. I think live is the way to go. I enjoy it. I do.
yeah.
I like talking
All
to you
right.
here. But thank you.
Well, it was nice.
I
Yeah, I'm
appreciate
about to wind down myself. All right. You have a good night, okay?
you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys, let's see. It is Easter Sunday Eve, right? So we are Easter Eve right now, but you guys have been amazing. I honestly thought that this was a very good show for the first episode. I know I heard Melody say that some people thought it was slow. However, I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it. It had a good pace. Let's see. Mel met Betty 3 to 4 times. So Madani relaunched Stormy's house when the kids came to swim at the tea party, maybe at a video shoot. Yeah, okay. She resonates with evil, not peace. Listen, the fact that she said that she could tell there was an energy about Mel, but she didn't see an energy about Destiny is all we need to know. Destiny's energy had been stank for a minute, and I hope that she is okay and feels better, but damn, she used to have horrible energy on that show. Let's see what else is going on. Have a very happy Easter. Happy Easter to all of you guys too. I am still going to do a formal review for the show. I'm gonna get started on it tonight. I'm gonna add my stuff in it like I always do, pick and pull, so that we can get a full picture for the review. But it was an amazing show, and I appreciate all of you guys for showing up for me tonight on the live. And I will check you on the next one, which will be very soon, probably tomorrow. Okay. So you guys have a happy Easter, and I will talk to you all on the next one.